I think I decided fully in 2015, right after masters, after using it to support, using the business to support myself all through masters. I decided that let me do this, because at the time it was looking like I was going to have to fend for myself, and I needed something stable, something I loved to do.
Hello everyone, my name is Busayo. Welcome to my channel, and today I have with me an amazing person. I have Adunola and she's the creative director of Olabisi O'dunne Fashion House. And today we are going to be going through her amazing story. She's going to tell us the ups and downs of starting a fashion business and thriving, especially in Nigeria. So Nigeria is a peculiar country. Now we are battling for scarcity in this country, and so it's just good to have an idea and clarity of how to be the next Olabisi O'dunne. Don't you think so? Alright, so thank you for having me. So first off, I'm just going to, what's the story? How did you come about this brand?
Oh well, first I'll introduce myself. My name is Adunola.
Okay.
Adunola Alawusa. So the brand name is Olabisi O'dunne.
Okay.
People always question if my name is Olabisi. Apparently it's not.
Is it serious?
No, it's not. I don't bear that name at all, but my mom and my dad bear the same name.
Okay.
So I always knew I was going to use the name at some point.
Okay.
Okay, so about how I started. I had just finished university, and I was particular about learning a new skill, because at the time it was looking like I was going to have to fend for myself, and I needed something stable, something I loved to do. So I figured that it would be fashion, because much earlier, when I was much younger, I kind of had issues with tailors making dresses for me. I would have one complaint or the other. Sometimes I'd cry, so I knew I was going to do fashion, but I thought it was really domestically, like just for myself, just learning how to sew, so I don't complain so much. But after a while, when that happened, when after school happened, and I felt this is the time to learn a skill so that I can finance myself through whatever I needed to do at the time. I figured, let me do fashion, because I already have love for this thing. I have a flair for it. It would be so easy.
But did you say about think of doing a 9 to 5?
No, at the time it wasn't.
Because I know you have a degree.
Yes.
You have a master's.
But the thing is, at the time it wasn't about what was I going to do in 9 to 5. It was right before service, so it was supposed to be a means to an end at the time. Just learn this, support yourself for a while, and then you get a job after. So I learned for about 3 months in Single Fashion School. It used to be around Agege Road. It doesn't exist anymore, quite sadly. So I learned for 3 months, and then before the end of the year 2012, I had to go for service. So I think when I went for service, of course, I couldn't do so much tailoring anymore. Although there was still, I was going to a lady's place at some point, in a battle, just go, But she got married that year. And then she had to leave too. So for a while, I just halted fashion. But when I came back to Lagos and decided I was going to, go back to school, that's for masters, I decided, maybe I could be doing this on the side. And it started off as, for me, as a joke, just support yourself. But after masters, doing masters, I kept on applying to jobs. I applied to a good number of jobs, but I didn't hear back. After masters, I heard from a few people, but it was around marketing. I'm like, this is awkward. I finished with a good grade, so I didn't
see yourself in that line.
I didn't see myself in marketing. It's not like there's anything wrong with marketing, but I didn't know if I was going to be good at it, because it wasn't something that I had processed before. And at the time, there was a lot of news around what they expect of female marketers, so I just didn't want to even get into that
hot sauce and those movies.
So I just decided, how about I do this? Do this for a while, see if I can get it, I can scale it up to a point where this is all I do. And then I think I decided fully in 2015, right after masters, after using it to support, using the business to support myself all through masters. I decided that let me do this. And I've been doing this for a while. I started training February 12th, February 14th, rather, 2012. So this year's Valentine makes it like exactly 10 years.
10
when
years.
I decided to be a fashion designer.
Yeah.
But when I started business, it would be around 2015. When I registered business around 2016, you know. So yeah, that's basically my story. I started and then I've been doing this for a while. I love what I do. Thankfully, I mean, I'm grateful to God that I'm good at it. I try my best.
Okay.
So yeah, basically.
So let me say that you're actually very good at what you do. And I think it's even time for me to add this fun fact. So I was your first student.
Yes.
I know I'm not exactly making you proud, but I'm trying my best.
At the time you were doing it, you were great at it too. I'm guessing that you just chosen the love for this over fashion. That's fine too.
Yes. So like I said, you are doing well and all. So there's a lot of competition in this field. You know, when you go on social media, a lot of brands, big names and all, but you still kind of stand out. So how do you achieve that to differentiate yourself from the others? The many fashion, you know, companies we also have that are doing most likely the same thing you are doing. So how are you able to stand out and ensure that you are still relevant after 10 years of doing this?
Okay. So I would not exactly say that I've been doing this for 10 years. I would say that with the decision to start this, yes, 10 years ago. That's number one. Number two, how do I stand out? Before I even knew anything about brand positioning, I just knew that I was particular about not making dresses the way other people make dresses. I'm usually tilting towards more difficult, challenging styles. I'm not sure why.
I see that a lot. You're not the regular tailor. Just tell me some gown.
I'm not sure why, because to be fair, the moment I decided to do this, it wasn't solely about money anymore. It was about me getting satisfaction from what I do. And I realized the only way I can do that is if I challenge myself with every new style. And in so doing, I realized that, people started to perceive the brand as, oh, she likes to do things that are different. It didn't mean so much, but over time, now that there's like a truckload of designers, it has helped me with my brand positioning. People know what I like to do. My clients know what to bring to me. They understand my style of fashion, so they know what I will be happy to make and what I will do really good at when I make it. So I guess it was just me prompting myself not to do the usual that's moved me past past the normal tailor. Everyone makes it. Everyone, even the tailors you have on the street, make nice dresses.
Yes.
But what makes you stand out is maybe how your attention to detail, how you choose to finish, your customer service, all these things that not everybody, cares about so much. But over time, I've learned to build the brand so much that I can cater to my customers. They get a very nice experience with the brand, and before long, they don't even know why they're coming back. Even I can pinpoint why they're coming back. I was even still telling myself that I'm supposed to make like a Google form to know why people keep coming back to the brand. But what I'm sure of is they're satisfied is why they will come back, and I'm grateful for that.
And there's something about repeat customers. They are the ones that you really need to pay attention
to,
because they are the ones that spread the word.
Yes,
and
referrals,
certify somebody the first time
mouth,
they will surely come back. Okay, so thank you for that. And we all know the challenges. In the beginning, I mentioned it. There are a lot of challenges in Nigeria as a whole. We are facing a lot of things. So what are the challenges you are also facing in starting this business and making sure that this business thrives in Nigeria? There are also good parts. So what are the good parts, the bad parts, the not so good parts?
Okay, well, first off, I would say that running a small business in this country is the most difficult thing anyone can do. And
it's difficult as a camel passing.
I'm telling you, exactly. I'm telling you this. So I am personally proud of anybody who has chosen to run a business in Nigeria, who isn't tired or frustrated, or who is, but who keeps at it because they know that this is all I have. It is commendable. Now in Nigeria here, the basic things that's supposed to hold a brand is lacking. So if you decide to own one, you are working hard. Even if nobody sees it, you are working hard. So now for me, in fashion, the most difficult thing is holding on to your artisans. The stability of artisans is the foremost problem we have. Now, by that I mean, you have tailors. You need a team of people that would bring your vision to life. Now, obviously, when I started this business, I started on my own. I used to sew by myself. I started upstairs, trying to get tailors. It was difficult. Even when I moved to one room downstairs, it was still very difficult. When I came into a three-bedroom flat, same thing. The people factor, how to manage people that stay in business with you, is the most difficult thing ever. Now, that stability cannot be bought. Not even with money, because I mean, if you think you pay, then people will pay higher than you.
Even in corporate organization, people leave and go.
I mean, so it's just the grace of God that keeps everyone in business. I mean,
but what really is the challenge? Is it that people don't want to grow with you? Do they recognize bigger brands more?
Well, I think unfortunately, with Nigeria, people don't understand the concept of serving before you become something. In fashion especially, because most learned people are now delving into vocational skills for a living. They come to take, to train. They get that knowledge and they want to go and set up theirs. Of which, I mean, even in the Western world, the idea is you should serve under somebody who has done this for a while, so that you can learn the craft. Yes, learn the craft, learn the tricks of the business before you now choose to start yours. But in Nigeria, because there's nobody around how things are supposed to be done, around the process of building a brand. There's no process around this in Nigeria. So everybody just thinks that once I have the knowledge, I'm good to go, I can start a brand, which is most likely the case in Nigeria because, like I said, if you're on Instagram, you can sell your brand well, you get clients. But that's the foremost reason why artisans will not stay. The second is the younger generation are disloyal. No, what I'm saying that is the economy has gotten so bad that they have been wired, because of the internet now and everything, they've been wired to process
quick.
Yes, they've been wired to process the acquisition of money so fast. They want it, in the palm of their hands. They want to be 17 and driving cars. They want to be 18 and they want to be 20 and be maybe like a old boy's girlfriend. The point is they want to trend on Facebook. They want to. So people are not. They're really not in the realm of work hard for this money
and grow
and grow. No, nobody understands. People don't understand that concept of grow. I mean, before I could get here, and I'm not even as big as I hope to be. I'm just here. I'm just a small brand who's growing, thanks to God. But before I could get here, the number of years of hard work and putting back the profit made back into the business without investors. I mean, it's denied me a social status. It's denied me so many things, but I have a goal, so I'm set at it. I would get it. So now imagine these younger ones that don't understand this concept. What they want is money to be able to do their data, money to show off, wear new clothes and stuff. If they can't get that from you, there's no reason for them to stay with you. That is the foremost reason why they will not stay. So over time, I think what I now decided to do is going forward, I would deposit into people's lives as much as I can. Not worrying about if they're going to be stable or not worrying about when they leave or when they don't leave. I've now told myself that with God on my side, if I deposit in somebody and the person eventually leaves, I'm hoping that the God I serve will bring somebody who someone else has trained as well. And so, that has made things a lot easier for me, because when I now teach, and when I try to school or groom my team members, I don't worry about they would leave soon, because I know if they leave soon, God is like
God will bring another person.
I mean, it's just that's how the universe works. I mean, since I freely give, then there's no reason why I would not freely get as well. So that's one of the challenges. The artisan part is one of the problems everyone has as a tailor. Now the other one is maybe how to market. I mean that if you don't have the social capital, that helps with marketing, you most likely will not thrive if you don't have enough followers on Instagram, if you don't know how to use
now everything is on social media.
Exactly.
Like, even the growth of a business depends on the social media
platform. Exactly.
If people don't see you, they won't be able to connect to whatever you are building.
Exactly. So, I mean, the idea is to think of your Instagram as a shop that you open every day. You open either on your story, or you need to post so people remember what you do, so you can captivate it every single day, and then one of these days they'll remember to buy from you. Now, the other issue that is really tiring too can be electricity, which is, like I said, based on availability that Nigeria, that Nigeria is supposed to provide for you. Now, I mean, something as little as electricity is now so expensive. Now, you don't even have the light. It's one thing to have electricity, and then, and okay, you're paying for it, but you have a lot of it. Unfortunately, in our case, we don't have a lot of it. You still have to pay for it. And then a business is run around electricity. I mean, the fashion
machines and all.
So this would now mean that, as opposed to spending maybe 10,000 or 15,000 for electricity a month, we end up spending about 100,000
Are you serious?
every month. So I mean, that is how bad it is. Now, imagine the running cost. Imagine the
consumer doesn't. They don't put in this
this
factor. They don't understand it. They just want it.
So in their head, they're thinking, okay, how come is this expensive? And you're trying to explain. They're thinking now. And the funny thing is, there are other tailors that can take less, because the situation I'm facing is not the same as somebody who has a store in Surulere. People in Surulere can categorically say 9 to 3 and have lights. 3 to 6 is when I put on my gen. In Mushin here, in this part, no. So I mean, you can't tell. You can't even. There's no timetable, so you can't say I know where to buy from.
When you see it, thank God.
When you don't, you put on your gen and you keep working. So that's also a problem. Now, even when not even having like a good organization that handles you churning out tailors, or you exchanging tailors, like, okay, a tailor has gone, I want to just reach out to somebody to send me a capable tailor, like I need new capable hands because I just lost a tailor. Now, I mean, most likely there are series of stories around that. We've had somebody who came in as a tailor who stole a phone before leaving. Wow. I mean, they don't drop the correct addresses. There's just a whirlwind of madness when it comes to you getting tailors. I mean, you need to be prayerful before you can even hope to get a good team. So there's a lot that goes into it. Now the prices of things, because of the border closure and stuff.
That's another
everything like looks like it's working against.
Are just skyrocketing every week.
Trust me, it looks like everything is working against an entrepreneur in this country. So I mean, to keep at it is, like I said, is admirable. Being that tolerant to know that, okay, I know there are other options, but let me keep at it before I get to my other options. It's such a beautiful thing.
So with all these challenges, would you say the fashion business is still profitable? Like, people that want to come into it, should they still come all for another career?
Well, like I said, to be fair, I would not shun anybody's idea of joining fashion, because there are like 1,000 phases to fashion. The people who do ready to wear, the people who do polos, the people who do underwears, the people who do bespoke, people who do bridals. I mean, you can look for one of those sections and decide which would work best for you. Now you can do your feasibility study ahead of time to know what area would work best for you, so that you can save cost on one. So I mean, if you plan ahead, you can run a fashion business beautifully in this country. I mean, there are people who are doing
and
it
still make
and
profit.
Yes, and they're doing
so let me ask, are you making profit? Like, are you making big money? Should I come and join you?
I can't quite say that I'm making big money, but alhamdulillah, I would say for sure that things have been better than they used to be, because of the years of experience, because of the brand's trust over the years. People can now pay for my services. At least people that cannot would leave. People that cannot would at least beg, oh please, how about we do it this way? This is what my budget is. But unlike before, when you tell people what you're worth and they're thinking that you are not worth that, So I mean, there's a shift.
Yeah.
So I might not be making a lot, but at least whatever I make now, I appreciate that I'm making, because it's not like before that you just get jobs just to stay afloat. Now at least you can choose the kind of jobs that you take, choose to take them well, even if you don't work the entire week. At least when you work, you can say, okay, whatever profit I've made from here is enough to cover the running costs for the week, is enough to pay my team members for the week, so it's fair enough. It could be better, but I'm grateful for where I'm at, because I mean, it used to be worse.
So what I hear you say is that it's actually a process. Immediately you start, you may not start making the big money and all, but you need to put in your work, put in your consistency, put yourself out there, learn your lessons, reinvest back, and gradually you start going up the ladder, and then you start making the big money.
Exactly. And you said something, I just want to correct that notion. Like, you can actually start making big money from the beginning if you have a plan. Now, not everybody who is into fashion right now plan to be fashion designers. They just happen to come by it. Okay, I don't have a job right now. Let me learn a skill and start making big money from it. Nobody really. Some people from the university had already processed that this course I'm taking right now, I'm not sure I like it. So I want to be a fashion designer, and they've been doing a lot of that, a lot of courses around that, a lot of internships around that, to ensure that okay, once I leave school, this is what I intend to do. Like I said, many of us just, we just came and think that, oh, okay, this is what it is. Okay, let's do this for now, and then we start growing. So if you choose to do it and you choose to do it right, you have a business plan, you plan things ahead from the onset before you dabble into it, you would excel faster than everyone who just came at it, and then your growth, your exponential growth will be visible. You understand? It will be people would appreciate how much you've grown in so short a span of time. You understand? So
I think I've learned something valid there. It's not just about fashion, even starting a business, any other business and all. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years to come? I know, yes, we are doing well now, but we have big plans now.
Yes,
so are we hoping to see ourselves in 5 years time?
Well, God's willing, I would want to be an internationally renowned brand in about 5 years. I want to
make sure you put it there. How was your first student?
No problem at all. I want to be able to showcase on foreign runways. I mean, I want to be a force to work with in my home country and beyond. I want to have diversified into various spheres of this business. I'm already doing training. We want to delve into ready to wear proper now.
Fashion school.
The bespoke, bridals. I want to be able to do these things without so much worry about having a system that's working. By then, I should have a system that runs without me in place.
Yes, I think that's what they say about business. You are successful when you can run a business, even if you are not there.
Exactly, outside of the environment. Yes. So I guess that's what I'm hoping to be. I want to have gone past this area, have a few more branches in the country, have a few others outside the country, have stable hands. I want to have found a solution to having, that instability that comes with artisans, these craftsmen. Find a solution to it such that when I have people, even when they leave, it's on good terms, and even if they leave at all, it's not to my detriment. Because there's a quick replacement that is just as good as whoever left. I want to find a solution around it. I had ideas earlier about how to solve that, but I mean, that's let's hope that we can get to it. But yes, that's what I'm hoping for in the next 5 years. Just an internationally renowned brand, hoping that I would have done other things outside fashion as well to fulfill my personal dreams. So basically.
So knowing who you are, how resilient you are, I know this is something that is going to be easy for you. It's going to come to pass. Alright, so thank you very much for having me. So just one last question. I'm just curious, where do you get your inspiration from your designs? Your designs are always unique. I think maybe we'll just look at a few of your pieces before I leave and know. So where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, how do we put this now? I think I get a lot of inspiration from art. I really, really love art, nature. I love things that make me think. I also from quotidian things. I mean, every day everyday things too. I can walk on the street and just see something that I like, and I process it till I can come up with a design from it. I could see as much as maybe just a flower and think, oh, okay, how can this blossom into a detail on my dress? Do you understand? And then process it that way till we achieve it. So and then also the inspiration behind all of this is, as much as you do not want to be mediocre, everything you find seems like inspiration to you. Even what you're doing at the moment, seeing that, oh, you're a pharmacist, and now you're finding love for content creation after you had done fashion at the point, it's inspiration for me. As of last year, to start content creating, not seriously like you, just for fun on my personal page, but I mean just doing other things. I'm big on learning new things. So I mean, my inspiration is trying as much as possible not to get bored of what I'm doing. So if I feel like I'm bored, I need to find inspiration from anything, as much anything, it might be a conversation, just so that whatever I'm going to do next would have a spice of, newness to it, novelty to it.
All right, thank you very much for having me. So I'll try and link your Instagram page in the description box so that they can check you out, check your amazing pieces, patronize you.
Yes.
You surely see what you like, don't worry. Yes. And so thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel as usual. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.